America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Even just 7 points and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Melvin, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Melvin, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown. Bo Melton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run right here with Swift. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Here's Smith to return it. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
2nd down, Young. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Marshall. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. In motion right is Mingo. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. A Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Here's Hurts to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On the handoff, this is Swift. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. First down, and they go with Swift again. In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a handoff to Swift. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. One more time with Swift. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll run with Swift. And this time he is in. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side. Melvin has some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. It's kind of fitting. A couple days ago, when I met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive back there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their breath for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Right back to him on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Panthers sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And the way they played last week defensively, when I watched the tape, I had to stop it a couple of times and count to make sure there were just 11 guys on their side of the field because they covered every angle and thoroughly shut down the other side. Hold them just 7 points total. They do that again, that'll get the job done one more time in a big way.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here. And they get good yardage that time and a first down.
On first down, Hurts going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Watkins. 45 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Young to throw it. This pass complete to Martin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag right against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Melvin, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Young now. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. And he is the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Yeah, all the guys that take the field each and every week. That's not an easy one. It always has to feel good.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has had the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Young now from the 50. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And some room to run now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape.
From the red zone now, Young. They'll roll him out right.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Young on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that.
Quarterbacks who tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. Oh, what a move. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Sheds off the tackle. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Young now after the fumble recovery. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Bo Melton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Meanwhile, Young's throw pulled in by Morton. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Oh, Young loses it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
Yeah, not the case.
not at all. You want to put in the hands of the offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant. And offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And great blocking downfield. He's got this almost to the 45-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Also damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go play action. Young. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Right back to Swift again on second down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part in getting on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
It's Young off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Short throw held in by Trimble. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here we go, set.
On first down, Melvin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Melvin. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Young. too much this time. Down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
89 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And that's going to be another good run on 1st down. This one goes for 14 as he is eating them up here to begin the drive.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
Touchdown!
Devontae Smith.
30 yards!
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Panthers 24. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Fight, 97. Red, yellow. Ready.
Young. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Melvin. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
A 1st down throw for Young. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They'll run on 1st down. Melvin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Young will set to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing. Young. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball notched free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To about the 33-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Once again, it's Swift. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and 8. They run out of the gun with Swift. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Running is Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. This one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now, they tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So a big kick coming down for Jake Elliott. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Young to throw.
And his throw here is incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Okay. Ready.
Here comes 2nd down.
Trouble. 38. Set.
Now Young.
He's got a man complete.
Just a critical breakdown defensively turns this into a huge play. And now you've got to get up to the ball and get it.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Young.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete. Yeah, he's throwing the football. It's a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's Young. Open man is Mingo. Complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Let's go. Smash. Red.
Spread the ball around. Let's go. Build that momentum, offense. All right. Let's get in that end zone.
Hunt, hunt.
One last shot for Young.
They'll air one out deep for Mingo.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Eagles,
The victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
and they